There is one grader, they are all cut, 140. You have 2 steel rollers. You have a recycler, the most interesting recycler, and a water bowser. You have a pneumatic. Over there, let's see what the recycler is doing. It is actually pulverizing the material with a water box, institute material inside, and then it moves along with it. And the material becomes homogeneous. When it's done, the tire roller have to do the initial compaction. That initial, it's now moving the mixer.
The mixer?
Yeah, yes. You call it a recycle.
Recycle.
Yeah. It engages its recycling method almost about 20 centimeters below. To make sure, that's the specification. The base material must be 20. So water is added there and mixed homogeneously. Once it's mixed, initially we have a tire roller, and that's the tire roller now moving. Moving on top of it. Yeah, immediately when the mixer does it, the tire roller moves on it. Wow. It gives it conformity. Conformity to make sure that all the voids within it is settled. And then subsequently when initial compaction is achieved, then the steel roller goes on down. Nice Gambia, we are happy to receive you here for the second edition to actually update the project activities. First of all, I'm a material engineer for the Saudi Consult Gamtech JV. I must first of all, as I normally do, thank the Ministry of Works for giving us the privilege to be the consultant for this noble project through the Honorable Minister, and also the National Road Authority as the implementing agency through their managing director. In a nutshell today, the activities surrounding here, we are in the overpass 2. That's Bruce B. The word Bruce B means Burfoot, Sukuta, and Bijil. Join a Johnson, they call it Bruce B. We are trying to do the inner circle of the cement stabilization. Right now, you can see the equipment now moving. The cement stabilization is over there, and the water tank is also moisturizing the cement stabilized material already, so that it can be cured according to in the normal temperature. Because if you accelerate the curing of any process, like concrete or cement stabilized, it hardens quickly and cracks, but it must go at room temperature. This is why at high temperature, you have to continue watering it until it acquires the right strength. And here is my colleague, Mr. Mballow, who is also the survey engineer. We work hand in glove.
Thank you so much, Nice Gambia. Thank you so much, my boss, Mr. Malang Jame, for this noble invitation, for the first time being on the same platform with him. And it's been an honor, obviously, for inviting me. Thank you, Nice Gambia. My name is Mballow. I am, like my boss just said, I am the survey engineer for this project OIC, Gamtech South JV, that is joint venture. And my boss just rightly said it. We are here at the turntable here at the Brusubi. And then what we are doing is we're trying to set out right now the runabout, as you can see in the background. The runabout, yeah. And then when we are done with that, we will be doing also the access roads. And my job specifically, as my boss just mentioned, is to make sure the profile of the road is set out properly, and all the heights in this road are make sure checked according to design. So my role is very important, and then my boss also did help me in trying to acquire that. So I thank you so much for this invitation.
Okay, well, before we go further, I would love to ask you, where do you study your knowledge that you are trying to explore in the Gambia?
Basically, I did all my courses here in the Gambia. Some of them I did them online to get all my degrees. And then it has been also honored to be at least part of this project as a Gambian, as the first Gambian to be part of this project, to work alongside with the Hobble man himself, Mr. Jame, who has, I think, over 31 or 40 years working on these projects. So being in this project with him gives me a good pleasure and then a privilege also to work with a philosopher, to work with a very humble man who really shows me the way. Because exactly when you are working with somebody who's honest to you, it gives you the privilege to know exactly things that you have not known, to go beyond exactly surveying, to go beyond even his work. Sometimes he will give me the responsibility and say, Mr. Mballow, this is exactly how it is done. So that's a good privilege for me myself.
He's giving you more courage.
He's giving you more courage. He's giving me also authentic, to be very confident in what I do. And that is very important in road construction. So everything started with Mr. Jame, Mr. Malang Jame, and I thank him for that.
So it means that you are the one that surveys every job goes, which begins from the Yundum Airport Johnson to Sitting Corner in Banjo.
Well, we are working with the contractor. The contractor makes sure that they implement every design that is on exactly been signed. So my job is to make sure those heights, those profile alignments of the road, that is the geology of the road, has to be exactly what has been designed. And I make sure that it is exactly nothing more, nothing less.
Wow.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we thank you too for having you on Nice Gambia platform.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So we will continue the journey with Mr. Jame.
All right.
Just to add up what he is saying, he ensures that what the contractor said is in, but not only limited to that. Remember, it's an EPC contract. The review of the plans and the specifications are jointly done with us, the lab, survey, and the team leader and the RE. That's one of our functions. The contractor brings a proposal, we review it, and we make sure it's best standard according to the standard practices of international standards. And they implement it according to what we agreed again. Over the overhead pass is already done. You can see the black thing over there.
Yeah, I can see it.
And then over that we have done that also.
Yeah.
From there you can see those views all over there. It's done.
Yeah, everywhere.
And hopefully the inner circle, the outer circle of the overpass will be bituminized by next week. In 10 days time it will be ready.
Wow.
Yeah. The first layer of the bitumen and the binder and the prime coat is going to be completed by, let's say, on Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah. And given is 7 days to cure, and then you put the black thing.
The black gravel.
Yes, asphalt.
The asphalt.
The black asphalt.
Yes. So let's talk about the flyover itself on top there, because all past these past 3 days, I see them there. We are working hardly on top of it, and we already take the overlay that we should put on the video.
Oh, exactly. This overpass is a little bit different from the principles of designing. It's a little bit different from that of Yundum.
The one in Yundum?
Yundum is a little bit different.
Road, yeah.
And on that of the overpass 3 at Kairaba, you can see it's not a straight one. It's a little bit arch.
Yeah.
According to its tangents.
According to the road.
Road.
Yeah.
But the approach abutments are longer, two of them. You call it A1 and A2. Yeah.
A1?
A1 and A2.
So how long the flyover it is from where it started?
Where it started to there is about 550 meters.
That's 500.
But the bridge itself is 90.
So they are all the same. Meters.
Yes.
The one in Costa Road and the one in
yes, they are all standard. But the little thing, the road alignment has changed this bridge a little bit. It twists a little. It's not straight.
It's not straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a
yeah. And it goes with an angle of elevation.
But what I forget to ask you is, where did you study material engineering?
I studied in Canada. I'm a Canadian graduate, and I'm proud to be a Canadian graduate.
So for how many years you are in Canada?
3 years and a half.
Years.
Yes.
So why you decide to leave Canada?
I mean, I came to serve my country. If it is greener pasture, as I told you before, I will never come back. But I'm a concerned citizen.
Yes.
And as I used to say, nobody is going to develop this country other than us.
Other than us. Okay.
And I'm very honored, and I'm very happy to see that I have transferred this knowledge to so many technicians. Almost 90% of lab technicians in this country passes through my hand.
So can you tell us how many people or how many companies make a joining hand to see that this road is really contracted built?
Alexei has designing groups, but the main contractor is RSK.
RSK?
Yeah, it has been awarded to RSK. But in the award tender, they have the designers, they have the specific workers. What do you call it? RSK. RSK and RSK.
So what about the NRA?
The National Road Authority is the implementing agency. And the contracting authority is the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure. But these two institutions and relevant stakeholders, they work together to ensure that a good project is being achieved. They prepare the tender document through the help of a consultant, and the tenders were flowed competitively, and justice has been done, and RXC has been selected, the most responsive.
Yeah. So you see, I want people to understand this. Gambians, we the Gambians belongs to this heavy project that's going on in the Gambia here, and it will benefit all Gambian people. But we can see that some of the Gambians are taking this as a political thing. Can you please let us know where and who signed this heavy project in the Gambia?
Okay, as I will tell you personally, national development is, I mean, fine, you must have a political commitment to actually get projects done. Because the presidency has to get the wheels and the seals to make sure a project is going. If a project is not supported politically, it cannot fly. Because it goes through legislators. The cabinet people have to approve it. Who appoints the cabinet? And it has to go to the parliament. Who elect the parliamentarians? It's through political participation. But during the implementation, it's a no-go politics. It works on principles and principles of standards. It's no politics on that. Designing standard is based on the sources of local materials, based on fundamental principles of engineering. In our job, we could be politically driven, but we cannot be politically driven to execute the job.
Can you say that again?
We could be politically driven to do the job, but we can be politically motivated to do the job, but we cannot be politically driven to do the job.
To do the job?
Yes.
That's a powerful message.
The issue is you have to do it as it is, based on standards, fundamental standard. And this is whether with politics or non-politics. If you want to survive as an engineer, there are certain fundamental principles in engineering. If you deviate from that, you are a non-engineer. No way.
Wow. Yeah, which is so amusing.
But as I said, the Ministry of Works is very instrumental. All the side meetings we have and so forth. And the project right now is almost about physical progress. It's about 65%.
Pause the video. What do you want to say?
Closer,
wait.
65%.
You said?
Our physical progress on the ground is about 65%. And we were working within the time frame.
Wow.
And we will complete, inshallah, within the time frame.
Within the time frame?
Yeah, plus or minus. We'll just complete. We are confident. We are also consultants who doesn't leave the contractor ladder. If the contractor is moving slowly, we push him to do the job.
The job?
That's the responsibility of a consultant. You just don't come and supervise and lay your hands and say, oh, it's no good, it's bad. If it is no good, we give you solutions. How to move with it. That's the best practice
How
of
to make it good.
Exactly.
Because we Gambians also, we need standard road, standard development in Africa.
Exactly.
Yes. So let me take us around.
Over there now, they are priming what has been done yesterday. Normally, if you do cement stabilization, this cement stabilization has to be primed. And you can see the priming. Let's go. The rate of the prime is being checked. It's about 1 liter per meter square.
Yeah, but I see them swimming well before they put this black mustard.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Normally, before you prime, you have to sweep it to make sure all the loose materials are moved.
All the waste material.
All the waste material and loose material on top of it are moved.
Yeah.
Because if they are there and you prime, it works like a biscuit layer.
Like
a biscuit layer.
Okay.
A biscuit layer is that when a layer,
Can you move them back?
yeah, a biscuit layer is something when it is not part of the hard material. When you prime over it, and when it is finished, if you hit it, it breaks.
It breaks, yeah.
Yeah, and if you put asphalt on it, it doesn't bind. So sweeping it and making sure that all those loose materials are moved is a requirement. So that when it comes to bonding, it becomes homogeneous and it bonds well.
Okay. So that's a must, yeah?
Yes, if you don't do that, I mean, you're building a road, it's not going to serve for the purpose. Yeah. Like all these layers has to bond properly from rigidity and all those things. If they don't bond well, when heavy traffic goes about, I mean, the whole material sitting floats. Your road will not.
How many layers will you put on top of it?
2 layers.
2 layers.
The first 5 centimeter, and the second again 5 centimeter.
Will be 5 centimeters.
Yeah, you have the binder and the wiring cost.
So this is the first 6 lane in
Yeah,
Gambia.
yeah. We coming to get after this 7 days curing. We're going to put a binder on this now straight away.
The black one.
Yes. And the most interesting thing, in 2 weeks' time, RXC has actually ordered a machine, which is a big machine. It can all take this lane, the whole width of almost about 12 to 13 meters at one go. So there will be no joint.
12 and 13 meters.
Yeah, the machine is coming by next week, as they said, and we are going to calibrate it, and the road is going to be uniform. What you are saying all along from here to Hindu is just a first layer.
It's a first layer?
Yeah, when we put the second layer,
it will be like 10 centimeters?
Yes, it's going to be 10 centimeters. The reliability, quality of the road and performance will be improved. You will not even hear any circuits.
You will not be
No.
Wow.
We allow also traffic to go over it on the first layer, so that any damages which occurred on the first layer would be rectified before the finished wiring cost. That's why we are allowing traffic over it.
Road, because this is a direct way, it's
Yeah.
a fast driving way.
Yeah.
How people will cross from this other lane to that other lane?
That's a good institution. You see this accelerated lane you are coming. It's going to be, if you want to make a U-turn over there, you will come through this way and this way. If you want to make a U-turn there, you will get the other way there. The inner circle is a distribution area. To give you to the second direction. You can see there are 3 major roads meet here. The one coming from Yundum, and the one coming from Sukuta, Bijilo, and Burfoot for the combos.
Yes.
That's 4.
Yeah.
So it's a main intersection with heavy traffic flow. So that's why you have to make a bigger area of circulation. Yeah.
So what about like if people want to cross from that lane? You know that
We are intending to put what we call
crossover.
a crossover.
Wow.
Pedestrian crossover. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we are considering putting more pedestrian crossover over the road. This road also, up to about 16 kilometers, will be protected by guardrails.
By the guardrails?
Yeah, so that animals cannot pass in. People cannot cross wherever they want to.
Like the one on top of the flyover?
Yes, it's going to be on the sides of the road as well. Just like a
Yundum International Airport to Sidin Corner?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. To protect animals and pedestrian trespassers inside.
And people?
People.
Which is the best.
Yeah,
so can you tell us the rules of the traffic, like how the police gonna be working in this traffic so that the drivers and everybody can
that is very important. As I say, I'm not a traffic expert. I say I'm not a traffic expert, but my experience when working with the ministry as a director and a DPS, we normally have a lot of meetings. Yeah, when the road is completely, traffic regulation is an enforcement of law. Yeah. Enforcement of those laws lies within the mandate of the police. So the police should be probably nearly to completion of the project, be sensitized. And when the road is handed over, the GS mechanism to control traffic would be done by the police.
Okay. The most amusing question I want to ask you is, can we go? Why from the Yundum Airport?
These are some university students who actually come to acquire some experience, and that will be of a reference literature to their courses to be engineers in another 2 years. Some of them have already graduated, some of them are already with us. We are proud and open showing them, so that actually this country can breed young engineers to build their own nation. Yeah.
So what do you have to say to viewers out there? Like if somebody want to work with you, or maybe some government, they maybe
nice Gambia. Today I could have talked more, but because of some health conditions.
Yeah, I understand.
That's constrained.
Because of us here
today. Yeah, but my health is not very. But the most important thing is, Gambians must be vigilant.
Can you say that again?
Gambians must be vigilant in driving.
Yeah.
They are not vigilant at all. This is a 3-lane.
It's a 3-lane.
If they are not vigilant, on the way they and the manner and behavior they drive, even if we have a good road, they're going to kill themselves over speeding unnecessarily. They have to respect the traffic design. They have to respect these traffic regulations. They have also to give chance opportunity for each other. When somebody is in difficulty to go, you know that he is not doing bad, you can slow down to give him a chance. But those chances in traffic, you always said, Mangi Suma right, VIP. Everybody claims to be saying Mangi Suma right.
Everybody is
No,
inside.
driving is over than that. You can see now, it's penetrating now. Yeah, that's the bitumen tank. It has almost about 7,000 liters. It's trying to bitumenize the whole thing. But you know, the bitumen is very hazardous. You have to refrain from it because these people, they have to take milk before, and after.
Before and after.
Yeah, because
and
if
you need to cover them
nose,
face
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to actually put on protective areas.
So here will it have a walking way like Costa Road?
Of course, that's why we live in. There's a concrete pavement for pedestrians, like the coastal Yundum. But the design of the drain is not going to be deep drain. It's going to be a V. A V.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because here, if you look at the nature of the soil, there is no need to put a deep foundation, a V foundation, to allow water to be evacuated from the high to the low point and then free from the main road.
So you will put
the
water tunnel over here?
Yes.
Wow.
A V drain is going to be here.
So other day I came here, you give me a day to come back, but I was up there with your workers up there.
Yeah.
I see them after compacting on top of the flyover.
Yeah.
They take up the sand and they tell me that like they are taking it to the lab.
No, that's the lab. As I said, every element of the road is being tested and checked based on the qualification. When they compact the layer, we try to dig it to see their relative density. That's called field density. That density divided by the proctor density in lab times 100 gives you the percentage of compaction. We are saying, and the specification is saying, that any compaction achieved on the base material and subbase, less than 98% should be rejected. So it means accepted material is 98%, which means the layer is very dense, and it can serve for the purpose.
It can serve for the purpose.
Yeah, it's only 2% less 100%. Yeah? Yeah.
Thank you.
It's only 2% less than that.
Wow. So on the other side, they are also working there?
Yeah, we're coming to do that. When they finish that today, they're going to clean, they are cleaning over there so that it can also be primed.
Wow. So after when the road is done and everything is open, will they allow people to cross under the flyover or to sit under the flyover to sell?
Yes, under the flyover can be decorative areas for elderly people to sit and chat. In Dakar and other places in Senegal, normally they decorate it with flowers and put benches. It's a good resting point.
Yeah.
It cannot be a selling point, but it could be at least,
point.
yes,
Yeah.
just like a small recreational center.
So what Nice Gambia is asking for from you people is, will you guys allow us, like we also want to play a part, a role, like we want to plant trees both sides from the airport junction to sitting corner in Banjul, and also we want to put flowers between
Nice Gambia, you are ahead of people. I must have to thank you that. I remember before I retired, I was in Switzerland.
In Switzerland?
In Swiss.
And
under the climate change. And one of the things they talk about, new era of road construction. When you build a road, there must be tree plantation underneath.
Under it?
Yes. So that people sitting under the road can be under the tree.
Under the tree.
Remember, the oxygen the plant released is what we intake. The carbon we release, that's what the plant takes.
Yeah, of course.
So it is very important. It's an environmental changer. Tree planting is part of national road construction. If you want actually to people to live healthy and the environment to be nice, there must be trees. But the type of trees we are going to do plant should be selected because there should not be trees with big roots coming to damage or undermine.
Wow.
They should be shallow ones.
Yes.
Because if you bring a mango tree, it is going down in the road and eventually it buckle up the road. the durability of the road goes down.
Goes down.
But the Ministry of Agriculture and special landscapers can advise you on that. And there are specifications related to that. What type of trees should be built along the road corridor? How much from the offsets?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's the road we want to play.
It is a good idea.
To make a joining hand. To
I will welcome. No. That, I think anybody who rejects that proposal is absolutely madness.
So subscribe and wait for that. Right?
It's absolutely madness.
So if Gambian or Senegalese or Guinea, Mali, Congo, Ghana government, they need you for you to proper build their roads in other sides of Africa. Are you ready to work with the African governments in other side?
Yes, because the reason why you must be ready to work with other governments. This road, as I told you before, is a regional integrated road.
Yeah.
The standards built on this is the same going to continue here to Siliti.
To Siliti?
Yeah, to Guinea-Bissau, up to Ghana, Nigeria. Wow. It's within the corridor line between Dakar, Lagos, you remember?
Yeah, Dakar,
the AU is saying that 2030, they want to link all African countries by land. In 2016, according to their policy, they said they want to make sure that every country there is domestic flights within Africa, so that to cut the high pricing. You know the reason why fare of planes are very expensive in Africa?
No.
Because we don't have our own domestic flights.
Of course.
We travel on international tickets.
Yeah.
And again, you pay a lot, and the time taken to travel is also long. So the disadvantages is numerous.
So what do you have to say to our Gambian government for playing this road, building this super amusing, proper highway from the
I think the ministry in collaboration with NRA making a proposal on this road, and the National Assembly also supporting it, and the cabinet, they have made justice. These are these are government arms, and the government arms must look what is the actually immediate requirement of the populace. They must do their homework, bring into parliament, argue about it, and say which is our priority and how it will impact in our economic, social performance. These are the two indicators. Any infrastructure which doesn't have a good social performance and economic growth, I mean, it's a bad proposal.
Which is true.
Yeah, and this should go through a debate and actually through a feasibility study and correct indicatives and forecasts to say when this road is built, what are we expecting from the road economically? What are we expecting from the road socially? What impact does it have to other institutions or the Gambia as a whole? If you can answer those questions, then the purpose of initiating the road is okay. But if you cannot, you are just building the road on blindness. And building roads should not be based on blindness. It indicates performances, economically and socially, so that it becomes a game changer for the life of the people. If people's lives are changed and they are happy, their businesses flourish, you have a nice country.
Nice country.
A nice country.
Gambia is
exactly,
nice.
as you say, nice Gambia.
Everything is nice.
Nice, exactly.
So can you tell them how important the platform is, how powerful Nice Gambia is? Are we doing great or?
I think you people are doing justice. You are very neutral journalists. You are saying it as it is.
It is.
And that's the best thing about journalists. Journalists is not about defending me as Mballow. Even if I'm wrong in my doing, if you have the capacity, you can criticize me. But you are actually giving Gambians the privilege of what is happening, the truth, what is happening exactly on the ground. And this cannot be explained to you other than the consultant. We know what are the challenges and what are the norms and everything. So we are telling you this is what is it. Wow. Yes. And you're coming here, as I said, although I'm a little bit sick, but we are encouraging you time to time. I hope next time you come at a better time when we are doing the asphalt.
The asphalt?
Yes.
So what kind of powerful message do you have for African brothers who left for Africa for so many years? They never come back. I'm not blaming them, but just to advise them to come to the sweet land, the motherland, to make a joining hand to Gambian government to build their own companies, their own factories so that they can employ more.
I think any Gambian who leaves the Gambia is for a purpose. You either go to acquire education, which leads to you to get a good living in terms of economy, or you go to get money as a businessman.
As a businessman, yeah.
They don't leave the Gambian soil for nothing. They have an objective. Now how to achieve the objective is where the challenge is. you must try to understand how method statement you're going to do to achieve your objective. But I will encourage them, all of them who has actually made a good fundamental gains abroad, to come back and invest in our Gambian soil. As there is one slogan which says, there is nothing like home.
Yeah.
No matter when you are, if you are in UK, even if you have a British system, they will tell you Gambian African British man. They will not full British citizen.
No. Maybe you will be a second class.
Of course. They are clever in the way they do it.
Yeah.
But investing in home also is very important.
It's very
because you're taking care of your relatives, your friends, your family, and you are also taking your part of your achievement as national development. Every Gambian should do something, should leave a legacy in the Gambian soil, so that proudly when you talk. Now, let's listen. How many people who left the Gambia, fled the Gambia, go for greener pastures? They are back now in our cabinets.
Yeah.
They serve the purpose. So we have equal rights with them.
And justice.
Yeah. So let them not leave us behind. They try to pull us and we grow together.
To grow together.
Exactly. So that tomorrow when they revert back to come to this country, people can also yearn for and make sure that what they have been doing in abroad, that they didn't forget their brothers.
Yeah.
All those who are privileged to be ministers or cabinet or MPs and they were away from, at least when they were away, they were never forgotten by their people.
Never ever.
It is based on those, they give him the opportunity to be an MP, to be a minister and so forth. Yeah. So there is nothing like home.
Yes.
Yeah, there is nothing like home.
Nothing like home.
Like home.
So come back to home, invest in home, support
it's easy.
African governments just to change the narrative of Africa.
Let them come and support the government, support Gambians and so forth.
So how do you think that we can change the narrative of Africa? Do you have an idea?
The narrative of Africa must be with sound policies. Let us not fool ourselves. We have to get correct, national-oriented policies which govern the people and which also attract people to come and invest.
That can change the narrative.
Yes, you don't appraise a policy based on political, maybe to build an empire over an empire. But we have to, these policies are there to stay permanently. Whether another government comes or not, we have to stay. Yeah. A policy directive is what governs the government. It's not about short term. Yeah. And it's standard. When this project, it may be started by another government and continue the concept of this project. Yeah. Normally, like in Senegal, I give you an example. Abdou Diouf did a lot of works. But most of his plans are completed by
Macky Sall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a joint achievement. Let's call it reality. Yes.
Yeah, reality.
That's why I say we must be with sound policy. This sound policy is a continuation of development. But if we don't have sound policy, when even another president have a good intention for this country, another government come, because we don't have a policy director and a good one, they will push and squash that out and bring their own policy for their own endeavor. And we are not there for that. They should continue. When it's a sound policy, development becomes a continuation process. Yes, and we don't lose anything. Non-stop in Africa. We have to come with that.
Yeah, what is trying to separate Africans is we focus into tribe.
We are confused socially and tribal ethics.
Yeah.
Africans must see themselves Africans.
Like Africans.
Not a Jola, not a Sereb, not a Tukulor, not a Sudanese, not a Togolese. African is, when you go to the United States, they say United States of America.
Yes.
If you go to Europe, countries, a lot of countries, they said Europe.
By January,
we should try now get what you call United States of Africa.
That's what I want to say because
for us, because economically we are very rich, but socially we are confused. Culturally, zero. What culture would you take as an African? If you want to perform, you go to Togo. The Benin man said, "My culture is better than," and you are on Africans, but you are struggling with the same cultural norms.
Yeah.
Even in the Gambia, the Serer put his drums and say, "I'm a Serer."
Yeah.
The Jola man put on his
djembe.
The Wolof man also. We are confused. A small country of 2.5 with so many. We should have arts and culture. And here, the Minister of Arts and Culture has an important role to play.
Very, very important.
And government should invest a lot of money on that. Because culture is very important.
Very important.
It's culture which defines proper democracy. To put people together, to be powerful.
To unite them.
But when people are divided culturally, whatever you are showing is just theories.
Which is true.
Yes. When you go back home, you behave like a Jola as anything. So you come, but let's behave as Gambians.
Like Gambians.
Yes.
If we behave like Gambians, like
we can move Gambia
forward.
Yes, it's bigger than all of us.
Yeah. So what will be your powerful message to our viewers right now?
What I'm trying to say, the project is very soon going to be completed in 6-7 months' time. I mean, I will urge the users.
Can you say that 6-7 months' time?
6-7 months' time, we should actually finish the actual heavy works.
The heavy works.
Major works. And we are going to be left with the finishing. But that will not deter people not using the road.
Okay.
So the users of the road should wisely use and jealously use the road.
Wisely use?
And jealously use the road.
Why do you say that?
Jealously use the road to protect our own road infrastructure. If you just drive recklessly, you damage your own infrastructure. We are all taxpayers. We are going to put money back to maintain the road. Yeah. If you jealously use it, the maintenance cost is not going to be high.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is true.
Exactly.
So urging everybody, everyone to focus, like when you're driving, drive safely, because when you're driving safely, you're trying to protect the life of the people that you are driving, and then you are trying to save and protect the proper road, which is contracted by RISK and then done by...
The investment is a Gambian investment. And
the
investment is a Gambian investment.
Why do you say
we borrow the money. And how do you going to pay it back this loan? It's through the taxpayers' money. So even the last baby born today, who is not born, is in the mother's stomach, is going to pay for this road.
And he's going to cross on this
Of course.
one day.
Yes.
So this means like this road is here, we're going to pass through.
Yeah.
As we say in the first video.
Exactly.
For the future
generations. What this government is doing today is for the future generations. Yeah. By the time the road is at its useful state, some of the people involved may die, may be sick, maybe, I mean, you never know. Wow. So project development is a revolution.
It's a revolution.
You don't do it. Most of the countries which achieve a proper achievement, they go through a revolution. China is a revolution. People sacrifice their life, their energy, and be in poverty with little wages to develop the future. Wow. But if you want to be rich immediately in each project, we cannot go. But another generation, as I used to say, has to sacrifice to develop another one.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is
unless and until we don't change our behaviors towards that, it's going to be a problem. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
So nice. This is the Gambia, West Africa, the smiling coast of Africa. So here is the second OIC road project, which is done in the Gambia. The first one done in Senegal, and here go. This is the second one. And then the OIC conference should be done in the Gambia.
Yeah, I'm sure when we finish the job, I am not sure, but the president will be very proud of it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's done in his time.
Because in the opening, he was here.
Yeah, he's done in his time, actually. Let's give the implementation and the signing of these contracts and so forth is Barrow's time.
It's Barrow's time.
Yeah. It could be initiated far back, but to implement it, to make it work and design and tender, select a contractor, select a consultant, all those logistics, and the funding mobilization is his time. Yeah. I say things as it is.
It is.
Yeah, but as I say, development is a continuation process. Yeah. You can have an indicative of a project in the national development. Yeah. It is in the national development before he comes.
So what was your real job when you left Canada and then you are back to the motherland to share your knowledge, play a role in the Gambia?
You see in the Gambia, I think attitudinal change, people have to change their attitudes. To be honest speaking, I may hurt certain people's feeling if I speak. I don't want to go in. But we must change our behaviors and appreciate those who knows the subject matter. And we have to also defend the interests of Gambians. People say Gambians are lazy, they don't work. I don't believe in that principle.
Same way to me. I don't
believe that's a no-go area. Yeah. Anybody who is saying that, you are not giving any justice to Gambians. But as I said, there must be sound policies. If people don't do their job right, punish them for it. If you don't punish them, a lot of people will continue doing it.
Yeah.
So who is doing the bad thing?
The one doing...
Yeah, because the others have done, nothing came out of it. The others will follow suit.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I say let's have sound policies if we want to have a meaningful development.
Meaningful development.
Yeah. In Europe, you do rubbish, they put you in your place.
So how many
They have
years,
to prosecute you.
How many years this road will take before they will start renovating the...
I mean, that's why I said let the users have some jealousy for the road. Wisely, jealously use the road. Let them take the road as theirs. If you drive mercilessly, all the road furnitures we are going to put there. I will tell you in 6 months' time, they will all go. I'm not talking about the quality. But the road furniture is integrated part of the road. When you spoil them, who is going to give you directives to drive safely?
No one.
No one. So ownership of the road should be the drivers. They are the end users. Anybody driving, whether private or driver, you must drive carefully into an international best class to actually satisfy the safety precautions of using roads.
Of course.
If you don't do that, you are not doing justice. You cannot also commit overspeeding and then you want to break your speeds. Skidding will happen. Yeah. You cannot also drive a bad vehicle on the road with your fuel tanks leaking. If they are leaking on the asphalt, it melts it up.
It melts it up.
So vehicles which should be using this highway should be roadworthy.
Of course.
The police come again, whosoever is going to be the worthiness test of every vehicle.
Yeah.
Gambian, you can see one vehicle going with a lot of environmental hazards. Nothing comes out of it.
Can we go there and
Nothing comes out of it. You see a vehicle which is already been breakdown on a highway. Yeah. A lot of gas well leakage and damaging of the pavement. Nothing comes out of it.
Nothing comes.
But there must be, that's why I said we must come with good proposal of policy soundness for such things.
For such things.
Yes, because when you have a breakdown, you must be in position to move,
so
lift,
in future,
to lift your vehicle within the shortest 2 hours, so that you don't obstruct vehicles.
So in future, are you guys going to build a traffic
police, of course,
like
of course.
Sleeping police.
In highways, you don't put sleeping policies there.
Okay.
But you can put some rough radars, so that when you are driving towards it will it makes you alert.
It makes you alert.
Yeah. People put sleeping policies, but sleeping policies also have disadvantages, like fire rescue and somebody is sick, rushed to the hospital.
Wow, yes. I see that point today.
So there is conflict of interest between NRA, the ministry, and fire services and the medical and health.
I'm so like you can.
But they should come with a harmonized way.
Like a cross.
Exactly. So that at least everybody. So that's why I say project building, you have to put all the relevant stakeholders in place. Don't see it's my institution. No. What is the most important thing when the road is completed? How would it serve the purpose and the functionality of the end users? That's what matters. You design it for people, yes. Not for yourself.
Not for yourself.
If you build a house for me, and it doesn't suit my family requirement, the house is meaningless. Because it cannot accommodate all my family standards. Would I like it? No.
No. Yeah, so we're going to stop the video here and we're going to climb up. It's where we will close off the video and we'll talk up more about the flyover on top there.
Okay.
So and then we close the video. Well, before we close the video, can you read your number, your WhatsApp number, in case it's people out there want to work
My
with
WhatsApp is 3464248.
Can you say that again?
My WhatsApp is 3464248.
Yes. So talk to him live and direct. He's the best in the Gambia. Out of the
Not necessarily the best.
Yes.
I try to be among people who are committed and doing their job right.
Right.
You could be the best engineer, but you cannot actually deliver.
Yeah. You see, when I came,
because national development is a commitment. Yeah. You must have the interest of your country.
Yeah.
But if you come here with a different objective, you will be constructing a road, but would it be sustainable?
Of course.
We've seen other roads, they are not sustainable.
Yeah.
But what makes the difference is human behavior.
Human behavior.
Yeah. I'm a Gambian, I cannot fail myself, and I cannot fail Gambians, and I cannot fail my own kids as well.
Can you say that again?
I'm a Gambian. I cannot fail Gambians. I cannot fail my own chiefs also. Because we are all going to pay the tax.
The first video that we did, if you watch the comment section, there's someone that comment. I think he's not a Gambian, or he might be a Gambian, asking that in the Gambian government they didn't know you.
You see, sometimes selection of key people in position is about politics. But I'm committed to national development. That's my politics.
That's your politics.
And when I'm committed to national development, doing it right, everybody cannot be in the platform to talk and sing about songs to support the president. Some also will be silently at their corner, try to build better projects for sustainability, which is also a sustenance for the president to stay longer in his office. If he designs projects and they are not sustainable, it's going to be a bad name for the president. People are going to use that to judge him.
Yeah, to judge him, yeah.
Because whether we like it or not, he is the head of the state.
Of course, yeah.
And we have to respect him.
That should be.
You understand?
Yeah.
So therefore, everybody cannot be in the platform clapping. Because we are of different backgrounds and capacity of training. Engineers, this is why we clap. We clap for the president to ensure that he has good roads, sustained roads with best standards.
Best standard.
Yes. I cannot go to a platform to talk because I'm not trained
for
that. But I'm trained to be an engineer. Yeah. So I can also make my quota by really working very hard to embrace the president on his proposals.
Wow.
To make sure he gets his achievement, the right one. Is that not politics, as well?
Yeah, of course.
So everything is politics.
It's politics.
Whether you are silently on your corner, doing it right is politics. Any project or anything you are doing towards national development,
it's politics.
Once you do it right, it's politics. The merit goes to the government, not as an individual. So they will say this government has done that. They will not say Malang.
That is the answer to that comment, you know. And people are saying like you are a great man in the Gambia, and which is true because you have played a lot of roles in the Gambia, share knowledge in the Gambia, your skills are with a lot of Gambians. So in the first video you were like, you know, giving thanks to other engineers where you also have connected to, where you learn it from.
Even when you are going to be given your degree, in your thesis, you have to make references of your mentor.
Your mentors.
It's people who make you to be where you are. And it's people who review your thesis to be able to get your degree. So those people should be acknowledged. Anybody who is not acknowledging his mentors, you are not a good guy.
Wow,
Right or wrong?
It will be hard for us to cross over.
Yeah, unfortunately, but you can view the top there.
You can show on top there?
No, just stand here. Don't go on that. It will make, but you can view. You can see. No, don't go. Don't make yourself dirty. Once this is stained, even if you get into your house, your tiles can inundate you. But you can view it right down there.
Straight.
You can see.
This is the flyover, is where it's at. So this is the best of it?
Yeah. You see, they are priming the other one now. So this is connected until there. The only thing is to finish here and to connect the other one.
The other one there?
Yeah. Tafa! Imprégnation des na de. Mane, imprégnation bi des na fii tuuti de. Fok mu jël loxo mu def ko seetal. Okay, merci beaucoup. He is the foreman for the
Merci beaucoup. Yes. So that is it.
I hope we cannot go more than that today.
More than that today?
Yeah.
Somehow
sick, I don't have any.
So your powerful message, last message to the viewers, to the Gambians, to Africans, whoever will pass through this video, what will be your last and powerful message to them?
I think, first of all, infrastructure cannot be undermined in terms of national development, because it's actually the backbone for development. If you build good roads, any government trying to build good roads is foreseeing economic growth and social development. And when you achieve all this, your country is safe.
Yes.
If you hear peace, peace, your stomach is full of. You are comfortable.
You an agriculturist, at the same time you're an engineer. So can you tell us a little bit about agriculture? Do you get this belief that agriculture is the backbone of Africa?
For sure. Whatever, if I am not pulled up by belly here, my brother, I will not be healthy, I cannot talk.
So it seems like it's agriculture that's making.
Yeah, the government, I think the government should invest more on agriculture and infrastructures.
Not only agriculture, individuals like you, you are having a role that you are playing on Gambia.
Yeah, I think agriculture also has small projects, which they call grants. Grant? A small grant to people who practice privately to encourage them. I think they contribute 75, you contribute 25, something like that.
Something like that.
Yes, to encourage good farmers practice.
Wow.
That is also in place.
Yes. So this will be a promise. Yesterday you told us like you will want.
They call it matching grant.
Margin?
Matching grant. Matching grant.
So
for
we will
good
visit
farmers.
your farm right now, and then he's a big farmer, great farmer also in the Gambia. We have a surprise video to show you. We will visit his farm, and then also you will hear from him. So if you want to be inspired through by agriculture or whatsoever you want to know about the OIC road project, contact his number, message him, talk to him live and direct, or anything that you are doing, you are a student, you want to know more about engineering, you can simply talk to him live and direct. He lives in the Gambia, I can simply say it, and others follow. Thank you to the Gambian government. Thanks everybody that's viewing, and every Senegalese, every Kenyan, or whoever working under this road. We are saluting you from nice Gambia. We are the best out of the rest. We lead and others follow for the Gambia or motherland. We stand to work and pray that all may live in big unity, freedom.
I will tell you, my brother, the wisest man is that you have to be humble.
You have to be humble.
When you are humble, you can achieve a lot.
A lot.
Because you will have discipline and closer to God and do things right. But humbleness is one of the great things a good human being should try to achieve.
Can you say that again so that there will be an advice to every viewer?
I am telling you to be humble.
To be humble.
It's very important. Once you are humble, you can achieve a lot.
A lot.
And you can do a good, meaningful development. Because you're going to be closer to God.
God.
And when you are closer to God, you are always righteous.
Righteous. Yes. So that's the powerful message to the viewers. So comment anything that you want to comment, say anything that you want to say, and then talk to him live and direct. If you're an engineer, you want to know more, talk to him. He's the best at a rest.
Thank you.
In the Gambia.
Thank you.